Okay, Judas Tanguma. I'm 47 years old, and my day job is as a landscape and irrigation designer, and I've been doing that for 18 years. Okay, so like art for me is extremely personal. It's something that I used originally to help me heal through trauma that I had sustained in my life. And so that's how I ended up falling into painting. I tried majoring in art and I wanted to learn more about it and I wanted to get really deep into it, but I ended up arguing with all of my professors the first year that I was a college student because I felt that I had to defend all of my choices. I didn't feel that it was actually being a freedom of expression. They were training you in order to do it as a job, how to be able to do this, to be profitable, how to exist within a market, how to, turn it into commerce. And I don't, I didn't like that. I just wanted to paint. I just wanted to make art. I'm trying to tell a story or give some form of narrative in an abstract way without actually having to beat someone over the head with the idea, with it just coming across as, oh god, look, this is it. I rather be abstract about it. So my paintings, as you can see them, all of these are mine except for that one over there with the googly eyes. My daughter did that one. Actually, those three are my daughters. This one is my daughter's, and the rest of them are mine. And so what I do is, look, I think I don't know. I've said this before. So I believe that our lives are like stories, like we develop stories as we grow and as we exist. And all of a sudden, all of these stories start layering on top of each other, one on top of the other. And I feel that that is who we are. Okay, so I'm applying for grad school right now, and I want to get into creative writing, a creative writing program. And so I've actually been thinking a lot about like what is story and what does it mean? Uh, because I'm trying to put that on paper in order to give some sort of idea of like why it is that I'm trying to get into this program. And every time I sit down to write what it means to me, it's constantly morphing into something else. And right now, like in this moment, uh, like storytelling is, man, I mean, that is what we are. Like we are just stories. So one of the films that that I worked on, the Shoebox Chronicles, like that original concept came about because I like the idea of like what if aliens or some sort of other life form came to Earth, and everybody always thinks that like just because we as humans tend to rage war or go into conflicts with other countries because we're trying to obtain some sort of valuable resource, like no matter what it is, like that's what it's always been about. It's always been about resources. And so I thought it would be hilarious if some sort of alien life form came to Earth and thought all of our resources were trash. It was garbage. It was like oil, like that's so pedestrian. Like who needs oil? Like who needs plants? Like your food sucks. Like everything, they're just disagree about everything. But the one thing that they found to be like absolutely unique and fascinating would be art, would be humans' stories. As far as music goes, I'm completely self-taught. Um, there's just certain things it's hard to say because it sounds like egotistical, like, "Well, I just sat at a piano and I knew how to play," but truthfully, that is what happened. I sat at a piano and I knew how to play, and I pulled out a book that my older cousins had on how to play piano, and it had the hands, and it said what note meant what, and, face, F-A-C-E, and I just took to it. I just it was just something I knew how to do and I know how to do. I can't explain it any more than that. I've just been playing a really long time now. That's music.
Hi, Dad. Sorry I missed you. The trip was great. You should have come with us. I can't believe how cheap the tickets were. We didn't see a single person sick. I think that was because of the cruise. Anyway, still gonna check into a hotel for a few days.
Will stumbling and fumbling, mumbling, gurgling and gargling, struggling for breath, dragged from my legs, just to unjust, part of a conquest, a manifested quotas and contradictions, omissions and omissions, falling deeper and off steeper fluctuations. Okay, so this piece was a big deal, being able to compose this, because I'd always wanted to score films, and I always felt like, no, I don't know, I just had a lot of self doubt. And so when I finally composed this and played it, and it's a big breakthrough to know that I am capable. I can do this if I just sit down and do it. That part right there. Yeah.
I hadn't really thought about it until we talked about it now, and now that I'm looking at it, damn, man, life, you grow and you change, and I wanted my art to represent who I was currently as a person rather than holding on to some old thing and not updating it. I hope I always continue to grow and not become latched on to one thing that I ever accomplished to the point to where I stop growing. I think that's one of those pitfalls that you can fall into as an artist if, you're well received and you get like accolades or whatever, and it's like, oh, well, people like me for that, and then you latch onto it and you don't grow as an artist. I mean, I wouldn't mind uh, somebody appreciating my art, but I hope I continue to always grow. I do have a purpose. Like, I'm not senselessly just attacking canvas. I'm not just senselessly playing music and senselessly uh, making films. Like, there is a point to everything that I'm doing. And like, I do have a mantra when I approach these art forms. It's not just, oh, like, yes, there is luck involved when creating stuff. Like, you're taking risks and you're looking and hoping that something will land at some point that sounds good, looks good, or makes you feel something. Like, being able to feel is one of the biggest things that I'm trying to accomplish. If I create something and somebody looks at it and they feel nothing, I feel as if I've failed as an artist. Like, even if they're disgusted, like, I would rather somebody be disgusted or angry at something that I created than them not feel anything at all. But the thing that I am after most as an artist is to get people to question their own reality. And if that means me showing up to work at a theme park pretending to be somebody else for an entire summer and creating this character and not telling anybody about it and then walking away from that, I'm willing to do those sort of things in order to get people to question what reality really is. Because if you're not questioning what's real, I think you're missing out on one of the most important things as a human being. Like I I will not just accept truth because somebody told me it was the truth, no matter what it is. And I don't think anybody should.